And we are on, everything working as it should. Welcome, my name is Ike. This is Switzerland.playit. Daily news, TAGN, the angry game news, Monday through Friday, 10 AM Eastern. I talk mainly about video games, but also about movies, pop culture, shows. Very rarely about comics, and even more rarely about music industry stuff. We have some news today. More development in the Roblox sphere there about the pedophiles there, and why everybody doesn't want to hear that word in general. Why YouTube and Kick, not Kick went less, but Twitch, which I'm on with the channel Switzerland.playit, Rumble, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. Mainly YouTube and Twitch don't want to hear those words because it's so mean against those pedophiles to say the word pedophiles. Louisiana versus Roblox, we have some development there, and we have the first Descendent being very kind of moronic, using AI for advertisements, but you're gonna see in a minute what's that about. And what was the last bigger part I had here? Yeah, more or less PETA, the organization for ethical treatment of animals, had something against the nose ring of an animal in a video game. So there we go. Ahoy Ever Eden, ahoy Zorek, ahoy Haste. And we have some news for Haste, maybe. Some Eve Frontiers comes out of Eve's Online. The space game. So let's get started. Let's get started with them news, if I manage to hit the right button. Borderlands 4 won't have a split-screen co-op on Nintendo Switch 2. If you're planning on picking up Borderlands 4 on Nintendo Switch 2, you should keep in mind that split-screen co-op won't be included. On the bright side, there is support for crossplay, meaning you can play from no matter what system to another one against. Split-screen co-op will be available on other consoles, however, it won't be offered on Nintendo systems. According to the support page, specifics aren't provided as to why that is. A note on the FAQ states the following regarding split-screen co-op for Borderlands 4 on Nintendo Switch 2. Switch 2 players will have the same exciting Borderlands 4 experience as other platforms, minus the split-screen option. And yes, it will have full cross-play with Epic, Steam, PlayStation 5, and Xbox XS series. This is somewhat similar to what we saw with the WWE 2K25 not too long ago. While other versions of the game supported cross-platform community creations and the image uploader, it is unavailable on Nintendo Switch 2. Now, we all can speculate why that is. I have no clue. Maybe it's because of the performance of the Switch 2 being not well enough, not good enough to like render two separate scenes, which it has to do mainly on a split screen stuff. Would be a little bit awkward, but I don't know why the reason. So they didn't tell us either why that is. I have just that which pops up in my mind, performance issues there. Space Autism. The new 2025 Nintendo console can support all of the features. Yeah, sounds a little bit awkward, yes, but what can we do? It is what it is. I don't have a Switch 2. I don't care for Borderlands 4, but those are two big one is the big franchise, Borderlands, still. Many fans around. Many people are going to buy Borderlands 4. Me not included, and Switch 2 is also very popular. On the other hand, though, I just checked out on Switch 2 because we didn't get like sales numbers for the past 4 or 5 weeks. Why that is, I don't know. It's just a little bit awkward. And I assumed long ago, like, it's selling well, but will that go on forever? Will it sell like forever well enough? And hiding numbers, not reporting numbers, is a little bit awkward, a little bit suspicious in my opinion. If it would be like a big sales going on still in those numbers, accumulating numbers, you would report. You still would keep reporting records, right? Maybe it slowed down a lot after the last message we got for Nintendo Switch sales. 6 million was the last big number reported. Maybe the last 5 weeks, it wasn't that big anymore. I don't know. Just a little bit awkward. I need to go back and play Borderlands 1. Borderlands 1 good, Borderlands 2 good, even a little bit better. The pre-sequel is actually, I find it amazing. 3 was fuck off. I played it maybe half through and just was bored. Tiny Tina's Wonderland, I didn't care, so Borderlands died for me. Ouch my junk. I don't get Borderlands hype. Played the first one for a short time, didn't do anything for me. It was just like the first bigger multiplayer co-op first-person shooter with this cell shading. It wasn't the first FPS with cell shading. That I think that goes more to X3 or 13 or whatever you want to call it. XIII. You know, the first-person shooter, the very comic-like, drawn all together with cell shading perfectly matching it. There was also a remaster coming out a little bit longer, maybe like 8 years ago or something like that. That was, I think, the first real cell shading FPS. But yes, that was the main shtick to Borderlands. This crazy cell shading FPS with a weird story, cool weapons and all that. So that's what it does for many people. 2 is my favorite. 3 was, I didn't touch the Tiny Tina stuff. I heard Tiny Tina was better. What I saw, what I checked out in gameplay videos, didn't do it for me. Let's take a little look into splitting reality from fiction. Some people might not be able to do that, especially when such a game like this comes out. This bodycam footage revenge thriller could be gaming's next big controversy. No, because you are being an idiot if you phrase it like that already. Super realistic revenge shooter. I don't know what a super realistic revenge shooter really is. I don't think that's a real genre, a revenge shooter. It's just the story part of it being in a revenge mission there. But a revenge shooter? Come on, don't make fucking new terms for no reason. Better Than That has just been announced along with an intensely violent trailer, which is absolutely fucking bullshit. Go watch the trailer as usual. All the links to the articles are down below in the video description. Check it out for yourself. I watched it. It is just a regular FPS. Has a kind of more unique style. I'm gonna go into that in a second here. Has more unique style, but it is not intensely violent. I mean, Doom, the original Doom, and the original Wolfenstein 3D was more violent in that regard. So, shut your mouth, game video journalist there. The brutal game in which you play as a Chinese woman who has escaped from slavery and is now exacting revenge on the photorealistic streets of Hong Kong isn't all depicted as if from bodycam footage. And wow, even the trailer is tough viewing. It is fucking not. I don't know why, just because the unique style of it. I mean, I'm gonna scrap a little bit through the trailer here just to show you some more footage. But yes, shut your mouth. It looks amazing, terrifyingly real, and I suspect this could become gaming's next big controversy. No, you're just making up stuff right now. And if maybe a politician, some politician sees that this article is going to use it for the new COSA, the Kids Online Safety Act and the Screens Act, to use it as we need verifications. More on that issue in a second anyway. Which, with each new graphical generation over the last 30 years, the FPS genre transformed from the cartoonish arcade style of Doom, the ultra-realistic visceral depictions of, well, Doom, the new ones. Along the way, as fidelity improved, the FPS always courted controversy, with mainstream attention grabbed on the advent of games like 1999's Kingpin's Life of Crime, never played that. 2000's Soldier of Fortune, that is actually way more brutal than this one. Way more brutal. And that had some controversy there, for sure. And any number of Calls of Duty. Yes, you're shooting in those games too, a lot. You're killing people all the fucking time in Calls of Duty. You very well have put that out there. Good job. Video game journalist. However, the genre has been so damned impressive looking for so long now. It feels like the concerns have rubbed down on the reactions. Attempts at moral panics have more recently focused on subject matter over looks, as we'll all become inured to hyper-realistically shooting the kneecaps of our enemies. But I wonder whether Better Than That might trigger a new wave of concern. I don't know if it will. Let's just scrap a little bit through the trailer there. Better. What was the name? I forget the names so easily. Better than that. Better than that.
They left her for dead.
So that's like the footage, and it is like from a body cam, yes, and has this bulge because of the fisheye optics. The graphics are just made like low tone, not very high contrast stuff, which makes it like just look more in the sense of realistic. It is not more realistic, it just makes it look because of the visual depiction here. It's all just in-game graphics. It's also just in-game graphics. Like blurred out, kind of. Lower resolution, fisheye. It looks like you captured it with a 2008 Generation 2 GoPro there. It looks fine. It looks fine. Like visually it looks interesting, but it is not hyper-realistic. Not really. It just... You're just perceiving it in your brain because of the choices of the aesthetics. Alright, Godzilla. Motherfucker. Ever eaten as usual. How can I just waste 8 minutes on another window and completely forgot to start the stream? What the fuck wrong with me? I don't know. I start every day 10 a.m. Eastern. It might not be 10 a.m. Eastern for you, but just... go look up what time zone you are in. What time is 10 a.m. Eastern for you? Mark that in your calendar, whatever. I wish I was joking. I don't know what the fuck is my problem. Nobody knows. Nobody. If you get to kill the CCP, I would play it. Maybe. I don't know. It looks fine. It doesn't look like super interesting for me, but it looks okay. It looks cool. Yes, the fisheye distorts it. So yeah, you just see it. Because of the distortion, because of this bulge in the view, because of the low resolution, it looks like you're watching a recording of a body cam. So nothing too special. It was done a few times in gaming, but this time it seems to be done better. Real-world violence is something I go out of my way to avoid seeing, and when bodycam footage is released of police brutality and unlawful killings, I think all killings in the sense are unlawful, but it's usual lefty speech here, police brutality. It's just brutality. It's just fucking killing. So shut your mouth there. I'll desperately try to avoid seeing it. Like most people, I'm very able to separate fantasy and reality and can enjoy blowing the brains out of perfectly rendered aliens at the same time as being horrified by seeing a living human in pain. But this game seems to trigger something in you, so you're not being very well suited maybe to separate reality from fantasy there. But when video game brutality is depicted in such a specific format, completely with the curving of the fisheye lens and those grainy textures typical of low-grade video recordings, that line for me is incredibly blurred. It is not grainy footage. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what grainy means. Just like from technical perspective. The game cites gritty Hong Kong action cinema of the 80s and 90s as its inspiration, although it's hard not to think of Park Chan-wook's Vengeance trilogy when it comes to the people released from unfair captivity and seeking brutal revenge on their captors. And those films didn't exactly land without their share of controversy. Because they were brutal. What you're telling me? I never watched this trilogy, so I can't talk about that in specifics. So yeah, there we go. A game journalist who has big difficulties to separate reality from fantasy. What a surprise! What a surprise! A game like this, but in condemned style, would be interesting to me. I don't know condemned style right now. Doesn't pop any pictures in my head. Then don't play it. Yes, very simple. Let's stay with the Chinese people. Mother-made gaming handheld with RTX 4090 laptop GPU. Yeah, on this channel we also sometimes talk about hardware. Gamers do not have many options if they are looking for a gaming handheld powered by NVIDIA hardware. The recently launched Switch 2 does support DLSS technology, but it is not using the latest architecture and is not as powerful as competing handhelds powered by Ryzen Z series APUs. I just wanted to point out that some guy made this console handheld semi-handheld because it still needs to be powered to get all the juice out of it. It has a 4K display, which I find for a 12.5-inch device stupid. I think you would have been perfectly fine with a even more lower powered HDR OLED, only in 1080p. Maybe make it like 10 inches, but 12 inches is because he used like the motherboard of a existing laptop notebook there, which has the 4090, very powerful even for a notebook, and it's going to be power hungry too. So I just find it all as usual interesting that some people go out of their way designing a case around something, taking apart a notebook, putting on some controls in the case and on all that. But the decisions are a little bit stupid, so you're not going to sell it, you're just showing off a little bit of your skills there in making something new out of something existing. Billy did make that. Check it out for yourself. There's a video link too, but only in Chinese. I think the green is a little bit disgusting green. You could have done with a different green, just saying. But there you go. There you go. I'd rather have a laptop. Yeah, me too in that sense. Because I don't know how long the 5 watt-hour battery will last for that. Especially if you go on a performance mode. You might be able to play 1.5 hour maximum. I don't know. I would rather have an Apple-powered handheld. Oh, you're such an Apple fanboy. 30 minutes. Yeah, if you max it probably out, you get like only 30 minutes. Hard to say, hard to say. A new update has arrived in GTA 5, predominantly relevant to GTA Online. But there is a new feature for the base game too. PC players with the necessary NVIDIA hardware may be able to start playing with higher frame rates after installing new patch. As detailed over Rockstar's website, players with the PC Enhanced Edition of the game that have the latest NVIDIA driver update installed can now make use of DLSS 4 in both GTA 5 and GTA Online. Enabling DLSS 4 with this newly added support allows for both multi-frame rate generation and frame generation. It's worth noting that both of these options will only work on NVIDIA's newer 40 and 50 series GPUs. This is also only for the enhanced version of the game, but the post from Rockstar does note that anyone who owns either GTA 5 or Online can still upgrade to it for free, as long as you meet the minimum system requirements. It's just a little bit awkward that you need quite powerful-ish hardware to use this newer update with DLSS 4, 40 and 50 series. This game is now, like it was released 2013 on Xbox or PS4. I'm not entirely sure, maybe even older. Like long ago, 12 years ago, roughly. Over 10 years ago on PC, and you're demanding for a new feature to have like pretty beefy hardware compared to what it required at the original release year. Just a little bit awkward. So I assume all people who play that game still have pretty powerful hardware in the first place and can natively play it on highest resolution and all that without any issues. But that's just me. It's just weird. But there you go. Rockstar is giving you some free updates with an older game. It's a cash flowing game. There they make money on a daily basis with those games, like GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2 and all that. I don't know why you would pay anything more into this game. Like, what the fuck are you buying in microtransaction? Like in-game money? Weird. People are weird. Oh, I didn't scroll up here. Fuck. Well. We believe these restrictions harm creative expression. The reaction to the UK's Online Safety Act. So this is more or less a story about a small developer who is a little bit pissed, and he thinks because he's speaking out now, something is going to change. Not really. iPhone 15 Max with a controller. Yeah, wouldn't be too bad. There are enough mobile gaming. But that's not the purpose of that device. It's a handheld who can play all the PC games on high details and shit like that. This is not a law fit for purpose, says the journalist and game developer John Spesnesiak. I don't know. I butchered his name, but you're gonna bear with me on my wrong pronunciation. This is idiocy and insanity of the highest order. Spesnesiak made the game Lady Priest Lawnmower as a joke, riffing on the CX Spectrum, similarly silly advanced lawnmower simulator. But when the UK's Online Safety Act, OSA, came into effect in late July, he found that British users of itch.io could no longer access his author page. It's all just a parody, Spesnesiak says. But as you can see, Lady Priest Lawnmower is deemed adult. And if only one game is deemed adult, your entire profile page is blocked. He believes that the game tripped an alarm because of its featured kidnapping. What about the original Donkey Kong, where Pauline is kidnapped? That's a good point, but that doesn't matter, because that's all past. Nobody's playing the original Donkey Kong, really. Leif Corcoran, itch.io's founder, has said that author pages containing NSFW or adult content will remain blocked in the UK until the site finds a digital ID partner that can provide an age verification solution they are happy with. In the meantime, itch.io is encouraging developers to submit an appeal if they think they have been incorrectly targeted. I refuse to do this. This entire OSA banning nonsense should never have taken place, Spesnesiak says. I want the OSA laws repealed. Yeah, Many people want those laws repealed, but you should have spoken out in 2023 when the law was placed into law, like by the House of Representatives in or Parliament or whatever they have that in the UK there. The House of Speakers or what they call it in the UK. You should have like gathered forces and speak out against it back then, 2023, not when it was completely active, made active in 2025 in July and after the fact. So now it's a little bit too late, moron. It's sad to see that some smaller developer now get targeted too, but yeah, you missed out. You were just there for the money and you missed out and thought like, yeah, I'm not going to be targeted just because kidnapping is taking place and that is being deemed adult, whatever. Now it's too late, man. Now it's too late. The same goes for the US population right now. I'm keep on repeating that. Check out the COSA, the Kids Online Safety Act in the US. It's not active yet. What remains is to be going through the House of Representatives in the US. And when those congressmen give their okay, it's gonna be made law. And then it's gonna be more worse for the whole gaming industry. Just saying. If you still haven't wrote any emails, didn't do any calls to your district, whatever representatives you have, you missed on all kinds of opportunities to speak up now. Because when it's in law, it's going to be way more difficult to get rid of that shit. Just saying. Same goes for the Screen Act in the US. But yeah, that's just me just having spasm right now, right? I think that's possibly why we as an industry feel a bit more exposed, just because this is one of the first times that a regulator has paid attention to us from day one, says Isabel Davies, a senior associate at the tech-focused law firm Wiggin or whatever. Whereas normally what happens is social media companies get hit with a new piece of legislation and we get somewhat taken along for the ride. Since the video game boom of COVID-19 scamdemic, governments and regulators have started paying special attention to the interactive arts. We are on a lot more people's radars. Davies says, I think the OSA is just a prime example of one of those situations. Yes, I think that's all planned. That's just my conspiracy theorist mind there. I think it's all planned. I think it's going all according to plan. They wanted this scamdemic, people just sitting at home, making more accounts, online accounts of all sorts in gaming, in social media, and in forums, and all those platforms, just making accounts, keeping them at home, preparing for the 15-minute cities and all that. I think it's all connected. And now they have you in focus, like, oh, all people have now more social media accounts. We need some verification methods of some sort. But we can't just force them on private companies. We need laws. And there we are now. That was also the same time that pornography sites were told to start age blocking kids, which is why I think this has caused such a kerfuffle, Davies says. And one of the things that I think has been oversimplified is that you see some commentators out there saying you have to do age assurance in all cases. Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything against age blocking kids from porn sites, but it seems to have worked for the last 2 decades easily. Are you over 18? Yes or no? Good. Now you have already in the USA, in certain states, you just can't access those pages without an ID verification already. A state ID, like a driver's license and shit like that. I don't know which states really are according to those verification things on porn sites. I think Texas has it, maybe Utah, maybe in other states, as far as I have heard, but I'm not super sure. Yeah, can you say his name right? Age gating might be a great help in compliance with the law, but in many instances it may also be overkill. even for a game service that includes user-generated content, chat, and community features. That might be true, but it is doable, man. I don't know what's the problem here, really. And then they go on about history and what will work and whatever. When GDPR came out in 2018, there was a massive panic, and it took everyone a while to get their heads around things, she says. My hope is that as the time goes on, compliance will get a bit easier. It will become a bit more of a known thing. People will have gone through the process, but as of right now, I think for many indies, it will feel like a big burden. She is comparing, I think it was a she, right? Davis, this from the law firm, comparing wrong things here right now. The GDPR is more to protecting people just in general from website gathering like private information and just protecting your privacy, your data. When you surf on the websites, they need now to tell you that they are gathering data, for example. So that's not the same as you being fucking forced on every platform in the future to give them your ID just to connect it with your fucking whole life there. That's a wrong comparison here. So yeah. One is to enslave like whole humanity in the digital world. The other one is just to protect people, not to gathering data without telling them. That's complete two different things. You stupid cunt! Itch is an escape from reality and an escape from the corporate nature of AAA gaming, Spasniak says. None of my individual games have had more than 200 downloads, but making them is fun for me. Yet thanks to the OSA, I am being treated as some sort of pornographer? Some sort of pariah that needs to be kept away from society to keep it safe? I feel deeply saddened that I am banned in the UK. The whole 2 people can't download my usually 200 downloads game across the globe. I mean, I see the problem, of course, but like such a small indie now crying out will help nobody. It's good to see that people struggling. It's good to have an eye on this issue in general, of course. But you're making it sound like you're a sissy, like a pansy. Ahoy! I will not eat the box. He will eat all the box, as usual. So that's why Ike likes Proton. Because of Texas blocking porn sites. Not really. So I want you to jack off. You need to show someone your ID. Yes, pretty much. Pretty much. It's just to protect the kids, man. The kids are not allowed to see penis and vajayjays and titties. Which makes sense. I'm against showing kids, I would say below 14, like everything in the porn industry. Can destroy your mind quite a lot. But it worked. It worked for the last 2 decades. But also you're just pushing like the fucking narrative of porn being not a problem, not an issue at all, which is just weird. It can be a big issue for a whole society if you just give porn out for free, like 24/7. It can destroy young people's minds, for sure. But age verification IDs, is that the good way to go? I don't know. Speaking of good ways and the right ways, is Louisiana doing the right thing right now? Or is it just a little act we are seeing? Oh shit! Everyone was looking up nude pics and on dial-up when I was young. Yeah, but you can't compare dial-up with today's porn. Like, abundance of porn. With very quick access to it. It's a little bit different there, too. Mr. Haste. I keep saying, though, for the most part of the end of the day, it is up to the parents to monitor their kids and block their devices. Yes. Ahoy, Bimo. That's what I said the whole fucking time since anything happened. You, as a parent, need to keep an eye on your kids. That's just fact. You also don't let your kids just play blindly on the streets. Especially if there's a street in, I don't fucking know, New York, where the streets are constantly like multi-lanes, cars driving. You don't let them play on the streets because of certain dangers. And in the internet, it's the same. Certain dangers are there. Maybe not like physically, but mentally. So you need to keep attention to your children's fucking doings. That's pretty simple. If you can't do that, you're maybe really not fit to be a parent. But that sounds harsh, and I don't want any fucking government to intervene here and to fucking intercept you from parenting, but do the parenting. Okay, Roblox is being sued by the state of Louisiana. Roblox is possibly the most popular gaming platform on the planet, far more popular than you might think. Grow a Garden, a game built within the app, recently had 21.9 million concurrent players, dwarfing the likes of Fortnite and Counter-Strike 2 by multiple times. And as usual, I don't trust those numbers though on Roblox. There's no fucking way 21.9 million people played this Grow a Garden crap. And everything in Roblox looks like crap to my eyes, at least. I can't verify those numbers either. So why you were reporting that as an absolute fact? It's just weird. And that's despite being an application recently described as a pedophile hellscape for kids. Well, it can now add another similar accolade to its collection, as the entire state of Louisiana has announced it's suing Roblox, calling it a breeding ground for sex predators. Louisiana Attorney General Liz Muriel announced the actions via X, explaining that she's coming after the gaming platform due to its lack of safety protocols, and the claim that this results in danger for children, which in most circumstances might come across as all too familiar hyperbole from a member of government looking for a moral panic to latch onto. I don't know who is being here compared. No names mentioned. Weird. It's just in the case of Roblox. It's something that's been demonstrated to be true over and over again. But no matter the accuracy, the question remains: what is the actual practical purpose of this suit? Roblox is overrun with harmful content and child predators, says Muriel, because it prioritizes user growth, revenue, and profits over child safety. Every parent should be aware of the clear and present danger posed to their children by Roblox, so they can prevent the unthinkable from ever happening in their own home. Yeah, I mean, she's not wrong. Miss Muriel there, is she single? Is she young enough for me? I don't know. But Louisiana is doing something. The longer statement goes on to describe the motivation behind the suit. Because there's no age minimum and requirement to verify age or parental permission once you sign up, users can easily say they are younger or older than their actual age, allowing child predators to pose as children and for the children to bypass any age requirement. Once registered, users have access to millions of games such as sports, role-playing, naval, fashion, and comedy. Other games which have existed on the platform including Escape to Epstein Island, Diddy Party, and Public Bathroom Simulator Vibe, are not as innocent. These games and others are often filled with sexually explicit material and simulated sexual activity such as child gang rape. Yeah. I mean, if you don't check at least like the minimum stuff, Yeah, you might need some government interference there, just saying. It's not like real. It's not a real child being gang raped, but how about check those hard drives of the creators of such bullshit? It's just a little bit strange why somebody in the right mind would produce such a game in the first place. Just very fucking weird. Again, every muscle in my body wants to type out why this Republican AG is wrong and how she's willfully misinterpreting the facts to condemn a topic she doesn't understand. But well, I've tested it all for myself, and it's true. Oh, the game journalist was surprised that it's true. For once. You can absolutely sign up as being any age of up to 17 without any verification requirements, and passing as over 17 isn't a Herculean effort. But there's little need, since many of the violent and sexual games are simply marked as suitable for teens, so there's no restrictions to playing them. Oh, and despite my own son not being allowed to use Roblox, I am the meanest father his friends do, and so I get to hear about Diddy Party and the like far more often than anyone could want. Isn't that interesting? Someone who had clearly a mindset about certain stuff was shown by a government employee that something is very wrong in this game, and now he accepts it. Isn't that weird, huh? I think that's very weird. He's a cock too, tedious. Maybe. Let me keep on. Scroll. There wasn't all of the amateur OnlyFans crap, although there was some sketchy stuff on Kazaa. Yeah, those old sharing platforms and sharing tools. Very sketchy. You had all kinds of shit there. Bestiality, incest, pedophile stuff, yes. Unfortunately, you had all shit there, too. It needs more DEI, Roblox. Roblox. Sounds wrong. Very wrong, though. Very, very wrong. I bought my friend's shower with your daddy. What? I bought my friend's shower with your daddy. Stephen King wrote the same thing, child gang, in it. Yeah, I never read the books. I heard about the books being weird, and I'm not into Stephen King, so if you like that stuff too, you might need to check your own mind. Just saying. I bought my friend shower with your dad. What the fuck, ever Eden? What's wrong with you? But yes, on the other note, we don't know what's wrong with Ever Eden. Nobody knows. Not even herself. King is a freak. A degenerate freak. He's a cook too. TDS. Ever hear that King may have actually killed John Lennon? It's an interesting conspiracy. No, I haven't. What the? King? I don't think he is, like, strong enough for that shit. But let's keep continue here with this story. Changes are made towards the end of 2024 that added new options for parents, allowing them to prevent their under 13s from being able to use in-game chat features, and that stopped children under 9 from accessing teenage content. However, it's more extraordinary that even these most basic levels of protection hadn't been included for the app's first 18 years. And even in the wake of the changes, there's still nothing to stop a 13-year-old from accessing very adult content or having unmonitored text communication with anyone. As a parent of a 10-year-old who plays Gorilla Tag on his VR, I'm actually aware how much more pernicious text chat is than audio. Never played that, but who knows? Teenage privacy and online communication is a massively fraught and complex subject, one for each family to wrestle with among themselves, but it remains the case that investigations into Roblox have found groups openly trading child pornography and soliciting sexual acts from minors, even when signed in using under 13 accounts. yeah, maybe Roblox finally also just should do a little bit more. Maybe this lawsuit hopefully will help, but I have my thoughts on this particular thing. In a moment, I'm gonna share it with you. Now, obviously, the vast majority of the 80 million people who play Roblox every day are fine, even if they are having their precious youth wasted on Italian brain rot memes. I think what most people are after is just more effort on the parts of the owners to better protect young users from the very obvious harms that are possible. Although given some of the awful things those owners are wont to say, hopes for common sense aren't high. Yeah, maybe not. Who knows? It will be interesting to see what this peculiar lawsuit is intended to achieve. It seems more like attention-seeking noise than anything practical. The article cites the same Hindenburg research investigation we've linked above, and then mentioned a recent case in Livingston Parish where a home was raided after someone was trying to lure children via Roblox. We haven't been able to verify this, and even the text of the official lawsuit doesn't cite any evidence, before stating, for these and other reasons, Roblox is in violation of Louisiana law. Which laws? And then you get like the list. I don't know how that can be a law, like a violation of law, attorneys' fees. Why are you including stuff like that? It's just weird. Presumably there's a hope that this will force Roblox, the company, Roblox Corporation, which makes billions and billions of dollars, to take its responsibilities more seriously, given it cannot control its distribution on a state-by-state level. However, it seems more likely the quadrillion-dollar company will just settle to make it all go away. I hope not. Now, my thoughts about this whole issue. Overall, I think it's good to put more eyes on this issue, and this lawsuit by the state of Louisiana is good in that sense, like putting more eyes, that more parents see that this shit is going on. Why does the state attorney do that with Roblox? As a parent might be like, oh, I never knew, I never heard, and now you finally might know about it. My main issue, though, is with all that crap, and it is all crap, that politicians are going to use that. Now, at the last sentence here, it is mentioned Roblox will not control the distribution state by state. They could. It's not an issue for them. It's like a fucking IP setting there. Just like with Pornhub being in some states like not easy accessible, right? So they can do that, no problem. Your sentence flies out the window there, buddy. But they will use that as a kind of a federal approach sooner or later. In particular, probably this case at first. Will Roblox just try to hide it, all of that, just by settling with the state of Louisiana, giving them maybe $500 million in fines, and maybe do some stuff to Roblox, like some control for parents? Because it is doable. It is fucking doable. You can make as a parent an account, a child account, and that child account can access just certain stuff, just certain modes, certain games on this platform. And those certain games have just to be checked by Roblox themselves. Meaning, before it gets like distributed, before it gets verified for the platform in what way ever, Roblox themselves play the mode, play that one game. See, is it okay for kids? Is it safe for kids? Yeah, we're gonna market for kids. And every game that is marketed for under 13, whatever, right? You can make another tier, 14 to up to 18 and all that crap, right? just like the music industry, just like the movie industry has some certain tiers of parental yeah, it is doable. It is doable. You just check those modes, and children can play the game only with a child's account, and the parent have full control, and enable only games below 13, and done. The problem here is obviously Roblox doesn't give a shit, doesn't give the parents like any control measures at all, really. Besides this one chat thing, which is nonsense. Yeah, they could do it, but for some reason they don't want it. We can only assume maybe the Roblox guy themselves at the higher level of managing, or the managers, the CEO, they are all themselves into pedophile fucking materials. That's all we can. Advisory, yeah, it's a good word there. No, thank you, ever eaten. They could do all that, but they don't want to, so we just can assume they might be into that shit themselves, and it is just weird that nothing happened so far. Like I said multiple times, that's not a new issue with Roblox. That has gone on forever, since they released Roblox. Since they released those mechanics of making games and modes and all that shit. So why never happened anything to Roblox, really, that they could just put it beneath a carpet there and just dust it away, right? It's weird. It's fucking super weird, right? So I think all the politicians now all of a sudden might jump onto this and make a federal law. Maybe the COSA Act will be like, oh yeah, now that's the moment. We have enough eyes, we have enough outraged parents. Now we can fuck everybody over. Age verification online in general. Everybody needs to have an ID ready to make an account for everything online. You can't even do anything online in the future anymore without you being verified. That's going on globally again. Dolby surround. Let me scroll up again. I hope Roblox goes under. Yeah, I mean, there are some modes for kids who they might enjoy, you know. But if the problem is like Roblox in general, yeah, if it goes under, we shouldn't care too much. It reminds me a lot like what's going on right now with Epstein files, right, and Trump. And I heard even some in the government said like it's a national security thing. We can't release the Epstein files with all the names. It would be a national security issue. If your national security depends on pedophiles, you don't have national fucking security. Your nation at that point, and I don't mean like the USA in particular, if any nation is dependent on pedophiles, your fucking nation needs to go under, needs to burn. If that's the reality of it, if it's dependent on pedophiles, it's just fucking mind blowing in my opinion. But yeah, go protect, I guess, Trump and his pedophile friends, if that's the case about national security. If that was the issue the whole time, something is very fucking wrong. Just my 2 cents on that. He hated Lennon with a passion. King being a weirdo for some reason, but might have been the shooter. Very strange. I like to share pictures of Lennon to King's X account page. Lol. Do it. What the fuck even is Roblox? Roblox, he doesn't know. It's just this platform. It's just this platform where you can download assets and make your own game and distribute it on that platform. And all the games have the same graphics because you get those assets for free and can make little games out of it. And it's very popular for sure because it's easy to program, it's easy to develop little games there and make money with it. Because you can put in a little shop in your game and you can buy, I think they are called Roblox or Roblox box or something like that. With you pay you get those Roblox box with real money. So that's how they make their money. And the better one mode is, the more people are gonna buy in the in-game shop Robux, and that's how they make their money. So it's just a distribution system for easy access to money. Who cares about Roblox? I mean, I care a little bit about children not being destroyed in their fucking mental health. Roblox isn't like Minecraft, Lego combined, sort of. Digital Lego. Roblox should be nationalized to serve a better purpose. Shit game anyway, now Predator Heaven. It was always a Predator Heaven, that's my point. Yeah, not my kind of game, but I can understand why young kids enjoy the idea of Lego-style game. The corpus fear nationalization. So many parents are probably thinking at the least it's not drugs or porn, but now it's just pedos. Yeah, at least they are not on the street side, like half dead with fucking injections, needle injections, fucking scarring in their armpits and all that. If they just get fucked by a pedo, that's all right. I don't think so. I hope not that parents think like that. They want a global empire, so nationalism stands in their way. They should have a Chris Hansen character pop up in-game. It's interesting you named him Chris Hansen. He's on the case, supposedly. I couldn't verify it completely, but he's on a documentary about Roblox in particular and pedophiles. Which is good, because Chris Hansen seems to be very successful on that approach. Getting those pedophiles exposed and shit. They hated Putin because he nationalized the Western financiers, collaborating firms. Maybe, who cares? Predators always circle around games aimed at kids that have social aspects. Oh yeah, because that's easy to do. Pedo weirdos probably work on the company or paid off. Oh yeah, like I said, in the higher ups and managing, most likely they are pedophiles themselves. They will always target kid stuff. They need to go where their prey is, just like they like to find their ways into schools. Governments don't give two shits about us. No, they give a shit about us. As long as they can get money out of us, they give all the shits about us. If they did, major of corps would be nationalized by now. Do you live in Switzerland for real? Surely you know of Davos. We're not going into politics today too much, man. I guess the kingpin of Switzerland. I wish I would be rich and kick your asses right now. I'm the WF. I wish. Again, I'm poor. Give me all your money. I haven't seen any follower today. New follower, that is. They won't release it. They'd show off the ties to Mossad Israel if they do. While I'm somewhat okay with 2D stuff, going after fiction is absurd. They need to go after real offenders and actual abusers and traffickers. That's the thing, though, with Roblox. Pedophiles are targeting kids, making up some dates. Come by. I'm also a 12-year-old girl. Come by. Let's play together at my home. Just find out where they live, the kids, and go to their places when their parents are not at home and all that shit. It is really happening, unfortunately. And the Roblox is this heaven right now. Or not right now, but now more shown. Gotta go for work meeting. See y'all. Okay, haste. Later. What's so funny? She likes my spasms, I think. She's probably laughing at Ike. She's laughing with me, not at me. Bimo. Everyden would never laugh at me. Let's keep moving. Mondays, usually we have a little bit longer of a show, between 20 and 30 minutes longer than usual 1 hour. PETA calls for Nintendo to redesign Mario Kart World's cow without nose ring. Yeah, because it's hurting the digital hat. the digital animal there. People for Ethical Treatment of Animals, also known as PETA, is now taking issues with Mario Kart World and specifically the cow character. Cow is playable for the first time in the series history. With the new popularity overall interest in the game, it's caught the attention of PETA. The organization is requesting for the nose ring to be removed. PETA says that in real world, thank you for mentioning that, these rings are used by the meat and dairy industries to exploit, control, and even drag animals to their deaths. The letter further goes on to talk about the issues with the piercing. And we have the whole letter. We're gonna not read the whole letter, but just this one section here. The brass ring in cow's nose glosses over real-world violence and cruelty to animals. That's why we are asking you to give this beloved bovine a small but meaningful upgrade. Remove the nose ring and let cow race freely without any painful reminders of the industries that treats animals like profit-making machines. PETA was always retarded, like high-level morons. Like they might be like having invented retardation itself. I don't know for sure. They were always stupid. And they kill off more animals than anybody else in that field, like claiming being for animals, but we have to kill the animals off because we can't find a new home. And we might find a new butcher, but we don't want the butcher to make profits, so we kill them off. It's just retarded. Like really, really high level. Yeah, it's insane. Just look up, check them out. It's insane what they are doing. But now they have reached another level of fucking retardation. Another fucking level. Like, let the cow race freely without any painful reminders. Are you fucking out of your shitty little mind there? It's a digital character. It has no feelings. It doesn't even know that it is existing in zeros and ones only because it has no character behind it. It's literally not even an it. It's nothing. So I don't understand why they go to this next level, but that's how they make headlines every fucking time. PETA. That's how they stick in headlines. That's how they keep themselves in headlines. But that's a new level. I don't know why I'm so super surprised, but it is what it is, man. They think this cow is not freely racing in the game because it's being reminded. It's being reminded about the real world. Magically, somehow, that cows are being dragged to the butcher to become just meat for people to eat. That's how stupid they are. But there you have it, man. I just needed to point that out, that PETA, or PETA, or however you want to pronounce that acronym, went to a new level of fucked up stupid. Really, really stupid. What the fuck did I just hear? About what? They love the PETA. The real world where cows drive motorcycles, surely. Yeah. They would be able! Zorak, they would be able in real life if they just hadn't any nose rings anymore. They would jump up in joy on the next motorcycle and drive along with humans. I'm telling you. That's probably what some of this organization think. Stupid. For every animal they don't eat, I will eat 12. You will not. That amount of meat will make you fat too. PETA has achieved advanced retardation. Yes. Never go full retard. They went over full retard. We have to have the definition for retard now. Just retard. What was the full organization name? People for Ethical Treatment of Animals. PETA. That's the definition of retard. We should make this happen. Completely removed from reality, send them to a slaughterhouse to see reality. I think they know about the slaughterhouses, but they don't seem to know what digital character in... Of all games, of all fucking games, Mario Kart World, which is like the least amount of violence, really. Yes, you can put shells on people to drive them off the cliff. But zero blood, zero fucking pain, like depicted, really. You're just getting on the track again and can move on. Of all those games, with an animal which has a nose ring, maybe the cow decided. That's what Nintendo should do. Post ex post. Like, well, we discussed it with the cow, and the cow told us its story, and it wanted to have the nose ring all life long. It was the cow's decision, just to make them look even more stupid, I think. Peter? No, Peter is something else. Read my joke wrong. Your joke? Which joke? Oh, sorry. Never go full petard. Yeah, sorry. I have only retards in my mind. Pathetic, egoistical assholes. Peter. Ever Eden made the acronym anew. Yeah, there we are. Let's move on. New hardware, which might not take off really, but it's interesting to see. Tiny removable mini SSD could eventually be a big deal for gaming handhelds. So this little SSD is very, very small. We have just a depiction here to show you how big it is. That's a Great British pound. Let me make this picture actually bigger. That's how big it is. It is pretty much like a SIM card, the size. That's a Great British pound, €1, a euro, a US dollar. Very, very small. If you have the SIM card in mind, the nano SIM card, it's pretty much that size. And you can have it in the sizes of 500 gigabytes to 2 terabytes. If this takes off though, but it's a more or less like a self-developed thing here by 2Bwin. It's not like an official standard of any kind, but they might make it an official standard because it's so small. SSD super fast, and you might have in the future more devices with this storage included. I just want to point it out. Very, very fast. Nintendo Switch 2 has the new micro SD Express called, which is also very fast, but not as fast as an SSD. So that might be the way to go though in the future. Small, quite the capacity. So new devices in the future hopefully get this treatment. Mini SSD. Yes. Like I said, article down below. You can read the technical stuff. I don't want to bore everybody with the technical stuff. I don't know why they care about the nose rings. Probably just jealous it looks better than them on their shitty nose ring, blue hair. I don't know about the organization if they have a lot of blue-haired freaks with nose rings. I wouldn't be surprised, but don't know. What pants are best for Drag X Drive and an investigation? The Joy-Con's 2 mouse controls may lead to some innovative titles on Nintendo Switch 2, including the recently released Drag X Drive. This 3-on-3 wheelchair basketball game relies on the mouse controls for the movement, and the most comfortable way to play is by using your legs as a surface. However, not all pants are created equal, and that's why GameSpot is sharing our test play results with several different pairs of pants. Find it just interesting. Now we get like clothing tests, comparisons, and an investigation. Which pants are the best? to roll them, you know, on the pants, because that's how you use the Joy-Cons in the game. Because you're in the game, you're in a wheelchair, and how you do the movement, that's just how you play it. You could do it on a table too, but it seems like to work best actually on your legs. So better get some decent drag X drive pants. Opportunity for somebody, maybe American Eagle, collaborating with Sydney Sweeney again, making some great jeans there for this game only. Now you can be a cripple too, with American Eagle. Isn't that great? Drag pants. That sounds nasty. Don't forget the loved odd ears. Oh yeah. They didn't mention that at all though. Like one RAM module right on top of a micro circuit. People wear pants while gaming. With this game, you might need to. I heard basketball shorts worked very well. I haven't seen it. I don't have a Switch 2. I don't care really myself, but some people want the best fucking possible way to play it. The makers of EVE Online are working on an evil crypto spin-off they couldn't shut down if they wanted to, which is bullshit, but yeah, let's get into this a little bit. Haste is not here anymore, this bitch. Hilmal Peterson is a veteran of making online games and veteran of doing things differently. A programmer by training and a distributor by inclination. He's been with the CCP Games, maker of infamous space MMO EVE Online, since 2000 and has been the company's CEO since 2004. He's also your classic Icelandic Viking, tall, ruddy, red-headed and jolly, with a strong glint of mischief in his eyes. Even Peterson and CCP have rarely done things as differently as they are attempting with their next game, EVE Frontiers. Looks specifically similar to its sister or parent game EVE Online. It's an online spaceship game of battles, mining and base building. It takes place in a remote part of the same universe, and the gameplay has been given a tough survival twist. But EVE Frontier's smart assemblies propose a radical form of user-generated content, allowing players to build custom tools and write new game rules directly onto the game servers. It's essentially integrated modding in an MMO. CCP is also building EVE Frontier on a form of blockchain tech that will allow for cryptocurrency trading and business building within the game. This has been intensely controversial with the EVE Online community, who are suspicious of the implied business model. I'm gonna skip the rest for today because it would take me too much time. I don't think that's a way for a game, no matter what game it is. If it's not specifically a blockchain game, you shouldn't try to do that in any way or form. Because blockchain doesn't just mean, yeah, they couldn't take it off. Because if they own enough servers, you're going to break the game if you just shut down the servers. So you're not going to save or get the game still going if you have it just on blockchain. That doesn't mean shit. I see a little bit dangers in blockchain technology in general, especially again with games. You might lure in pedophiles too in such games. Like if you don't have the control over the content of your own game. He also wants to give the code as an open source code out for the game, which all sounds just weird. So how you're gonna make your money with the game if you release it this way? It's just very strange. So you might just generate more pedophile content and you can't take it off anymore. And if some pedophile uses your servers to put on certain like data on your server without you knowing it because it's on the blockchain, and then all of a sudden you have to take down all your servers and piss off even more people and all that. So I don't know why they go this way with the blockchain games. Seems weird to me, but I can't wish them like success. A game shouldn't be on the blockchain. A game shouldn't be like only for user content out there. It seems just wrong to me. And it's not the same like you creating your own server for with one game, like I had, for example, Conan Exile. It's not the same. It's just really not the same. If you have a blockchain technology, you can like spread out your crap on different servers to hide what your game is about. Dangerous and stupid in the same time. Just pointing that out. Eve Frontier, that's the game called. Very soon this will start, the Gamescom. How to watch Gamescom opening night live and what to expect. Gamescom, the world's largest video game convention, officially starts on Wednesday in Cologne, Germany. For the rest of the world, Gamescom starts virtually on Tuesday with a major games and entertainment live streaming called Gamescom Opening Night Live, hosted by the Games Awards MC Geoff Keighley. This year's opening night live starts Tuesday, August 19th at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, and can be watched on Gamescom's YouTube channel and Twitch channels, and at the Game Awards YouTube and Twitch channels. I just want to point out the real Game Awards are more important than this woke DEI infested crap, because they might select, I don't fucking know, something like the Dragon Age, the Railguard as a good game, whatever. So don't trust that. We're gonna see a lot of stuff, but don't trust the Game Awards here. We already have a good idea of what to expect. Keighley has confirmed that Call of Duty, Black Ops 7, Resident Evil, Requiem, The Outer Worlds 2, Ninja Gaiden 4, Silent Hill F, Ghost of Yotei, and World of Warcraft Midnight will all have the presence during Gamescom Opening Night Live. We'll also get a peek at Prime Video's Fallout Season 2, which nobody will really care, but they are gonna take that opportunity. I wish I could go there, but people don't watch me enough to rent, so the cost for traveling and staying there will not be picked up, so I'm not gonna invest in that myself. Maybe next year. But for that, more people need to watch this superb news showcast. Yeah, are you gonna look forward to this? I'm not so sure. Gamescom, very big, because E3 went away a few years ago. Now we are left with Gamescom as the biggest. Okay, let's check this out. This is just stupid. The first Descendent is using bizarre AI ads, at least one of which appears to be a clone of a real content creator. The first Descendant developer, publisher Nexon, has been accused of using a series of embarrassing AI-generated TikTok advertisements, at least one of which is alleged to have imitated a real content creator. As collated by you, I hardly try hard on Reddit by scrolling on their For You page for just 15 minutes. They came across 4 ads, along with another 2 low-effort ads that aren't specifically AI. As the OP points out, the issue isn't the use of generative AI in and of itself, but the fact that at least one ad uses the likeness of Daniel the Demon, and we don't know yet if it was with their consent or not. I'm gonna say my 2 cents about that. Oh, I can't full screen. Yeah, well, okay. You can see it on screen. It's low quality in the first.
Crasher is invading. I'm going to. Oh my God, the big. Oh my.
I just want to point out like what they are saying. Just listening.
Oh my God, the big boss wall crasher is invading. I'm going to defeat it with my new Descendant Nell. She's a telekinetic powerhouse who can mark enemies for extra damage and support allies with shields and increased coverage. Click the screen to join the game now.
The first Descendant makes every second full of energy.
That's so absolutely typical AI fucking text. It's so obvious. AI loves to use the word energy with like this. It seems like to be an AI trend to use the word energy if you see like a good gameplay footage or anything like that, or a nice character. Nobody, no human being talk like that.
The first Descendant makes every second full of energy. Speed through the vast Axion plains on your hoverbike with battles so intense they'll make your heart race. Team up with 7 others to face powerful bosses, and the new hero Nell's telekinetic powers make the fight even more thrilling. Come experience this newly upgraded combat game and ignite every battle.
That's
so
right.
cringe.
If you update the first Descendant now, you can claim your Boost Up rewards for free. This is the world's most popular shooter RPG, offering an exhilarating
Also claiming stuff like
free.
this is the world's most popular shooter RPG. Really?
Exhilarating team combat experience with
Does it make you guys in the chat right now want to play this more or play it all for the first time? It's the most popular shooter RPG out there, man.
sci-fi setting. Here, you can ride the new hoverbike to traverse the vast new battlefield, Axion Plains, and gather an 8-person team to challenge the colossal boss, Wall Crasher. Tap the
Wall crash.
get the game now.
Yeah.
The massive F2P update of the F2P looter shooter masterpiece, the first Descendant, has launched spectacularly. In it, you play as a Descendant, ride a hoverbike to explore the brand new area of Axion Plains, and can also team up with teammates to fight against the boss Wall Crasher side by side.
Yeah, the wall crasher. I know now we have the new hover bike thingy, which you can hover on the new area, planes, axions, and fight the wall crasher boss. I'm fully into it, man.
Has a collaboration with Nier Automata, transforming into Descendant skins with perfectly recreated visual effects and animations to fight. Download now, and you can claim free rewards. Click the screen and get the game immediately.
It's not only like the visuals, like those animated figureheads looking awkward with the movement and all that. It's instantly, if you're on a brain dead, you see instantly it's like not a real human being. But I fucking hate the text. I hate when AI makes a summary of anything, and they just told the AI there, whatever they are using, gather the information, do a summarization there, make a little script, and according to this script, the figurehead moves the mouth and the voice is generated. So I don't see the appeal why you would do such sloppy, really low effort AI as advertisement. If anything else, I don't want to play this game even more now. I'm gonna stay away from it even more now. I had no interest in playing it in the first place, but now I have even less interest. It's just awkward how they create this advertisement. You can do better. You can get better large language models, better AI bots, better AI generating pictures and all that. So what is the purpose? It is all just cringy. It is really looking awkward. It sounds awkward. It sounds not appealing. What is really the reason for you to making such advertisements? BMO is good? No, BMO. Let's play together. Let's play the Descendants together. We can get the hoverboard on new areas on Axions and crush the wall crusher boss. How about that, man? Didn't you pay attention to the to the advertisement, man? What's wrong with you? Okay, let's move on. Last 2 little news here. We can close the trailer. Sorry, Studio Ghibli. Demon Slayer Infinity Castle is now the highest rated original anime movie of all time on IMDb. Demon Slayer Infinity Castle can seemingly do no wrong at the moment, and that's without releasing in the US and UK just yet. Having just squeezed over $200 million US dollars mark at the various Asian box offices, the new Demon Slayer movie is now the highest rated original anime movie of all time, according to IMDb. Currently sitting at an 8.9 out of 10 on the ever popular film resource Demon Slayer Infinity Castle, beats out the likes of Your Name 8.3, A Silent Voice 8.2, and Perfect Blue 8.0 to gain top spot. Which is awkward for me. I'm a big anime fan, I would claim overall. And those are like lower ratings for me. I would put Akira over any of those movies. But Demon Slayer is good. It's not like it's a bad anime overall. I just actually rewatched the first 4 movies. The first 3 movies are more like a compilation of the anime show itself. The 4th movie, Mugen Train, Infinity Train there, is like a real movie. It came out and was also super successful in Japan. And now Demon Slayer being like the most highest rating anime ever so far, with only an 8.9, it's just a little bit awkward. It might go drop a little bit, might go down a little bit in the ratings when it will release in the US and the rest of the world. We don't know yet, but I mean, I'm happy for the success because it is a good anime overall. Go watch it if you haven't. Crunchyroll is having now a channel dedicated to the Demon Slayer. They are doing a 24/7 stream on YouTube, and you can watch the whole show there for free, just so you know. And last for today, nobody asked for it, but they are gonna make it. Gandalf and Frodo are returning in the new Lord of the Rings film, according to Ian McKellen, sorry. Apart from that, my lips are sealed. Big news for fans of the Middle-earth. According to Ian McKellen, Gandalf and Frodo are returning for the upcoming Lord of the Rings, The Hunt for Gollum. The legendary actor dropped the unexpected news over the weekend, and now we can't wait to see these iconic characters returning on the big screen over a decade after the Hobbit trilogy. No, I'm fine. I'm actually really fine. I'm good. Thank you. Nobody asked for that. Even for the Hobbit, I think the movies are fine. So far as I know, as I've heard, it went a little bit out of their way, like a lot of stuff that is not in the book. So lore destroying there. Visually, the same goodness, sure, like the original Lord of the Rings trilogy. But I really don't want to see anything else from it. It is like a very good trilogy. You could have stopped there and just leave it where it is, and being like the best probably trilogy ever created so far in human history in movie production. But yeah, now we're gonna get The Hunt for Gollum. I don't know why. At the For the Love of the Fantasy fan event in London yesterday, McKellen reunited with former co-stars Elijah Wood, Sean Astin, Dominic Monaghan, Billy Boyd, and John Rhys Davies, and teased the new film directed by Andy Serkis. Andy Serkis is the motion capture guy who played Gollum, actually, so he's going to be involved in his own movie a lot. What a surprise. Why, man? Why, Andy? Why being such a dick? I hear there's going to be another movie based in Middle-earth, and it's going to start filming in May. It's going to be directed by Gollum, and it's all about Gollum. He started via TikTok warming up the audience for the huge announcement he was about to drop. I mean, I like Andy Serkis. He's a good actor. Most of his career was just voice acting and motion capturing so far. I think the last movie I saw him like a real human being, a normal human being, was in Wakanda, the first Wakanda movie, Black Panther. He was in there. Other than that, I don't remember him like as an actor of its own. In gaming, we saw him last on my channel here in the game Odyssey to the West, where he played like this supermind who collected humans and enslaved them in a fantasy world. But yeah, there you have it, man. What can I say? I hope you're happy. You're gonna get a new Lord of the Rings film, which has nothing to do really with Lord of the Rings besides Gollum being hunted. Is that story like mentioned in real lore? I don't fucking know. It's just all weird. Hobbit porn would be cool. I bet on Pornhub you're gonna have some Hobbit porn for you. Go check it out. If you're not in Texas, you're in California, so you're gonna have easy access to your degenerated stuff. Cheddar Steve. Yes, they should have stopped at the original trilogy, but you know, ka-ching. Yeah, but the Hobbit didn't. I think Hobbit wasn't super successful. It made money, but I think it wasn't like this big ka-ching sound going on all the time. Lord of the Anal Rings. Good stuff. I feel less dumb. I hope you're gonna get more smarter. Listening to the news, listening to what's going on the planet about games, about movies and all that, man. Next stream tomorrow 10 a.m. Eastern on this channel. Switzerland Play It on Rumble, YouTube, Kick and Twitch. Every day, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern. I'm gonna stick on that time spot for now. Despite Ever Eden not getting it, she is like, I don't know what's going on in her place, but she's not there. She's like too early and too late. Every fucking time. Too early and too late. It's not a good thing. Just saying. You need to be on spot. Don't be early and gay or late and gay. Be just gay, Ever Eden. Till next time, tomorrow 10 a.m. Eastern. Thank you for being around. I hope you have a great rest of your day, wherever that might be. Like in Ever Eden's case, very late at night. Probably she's asleep now. And on YouTube at the very end there, saying somebody hi. But we are ending. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.